say, Terry, how long did it take you to do this book?
A heck of a lot longer than I ever anticipated, because the book was almost done and ready to go to press when the pandemic hit. And it didn't take long into the pandemic that I realized it was the wrong book. So I went back and rewrote the whole thing. And instead of putting out like a little 120-page book, I now have a 326-page book. And it's just much more comprehensive. I just was feeling like I don't want to tease anybody. I want to give everybody everything I have. And so everything I have turned out to be this. So it ended up taking, I don't know, 3-4 years.
Long time. Can you open the book again to show us the spine? Because Sharon, you're going to appreciate this one. I know,
I
like
love
out of
that.
everyone I'm staring at, it's spiral bound. So guess what? Like
So
a
it sits
cookbook that
flat.
actually lies flat.
I love that too.
So,
Yeah, and it has like this beautiful original artwork by Sarah and Megan Snow from New Paltz, New York. And it has poetry. So it's all organized by
and
seasons.
who wrote the poetry?
I did, I know. I feel a little vulnerable about that.
Which is such a beautiful part. So see, it's like,
but it becomes like a pause, like a breath between the seasons, which I think is like, I don't know, it helps me anyway.
so how many, so it also, Terry talks about a breath between the seasons. So the thing that I find unique about her books too, besides being beautiful, they're practical, they're functional, they're all the things that Megan and I try and embody in every single thing we share. However, it's organized by season, which I love. So it's not about appetizers and mains, it's organized by season. So can you just talk about how did you arrive there? And do people have a hard time navigating that because it's different, Terry?
No one's ever told me they have a hard time navigating it, although everybody around the world has different seasons than I do, right? So that becomes a little bit tricky, but we're such a we're such a small world these days that you can get tomatoes and grapes and winter squash 12 months out of the year, but that doesn't mean that those foods are going to, one, be nutritionally packed, like if you were eating them having had them grown down the street, or like Lisa from your front yard. And it's not, doesn't mean that it's going to help us stay in balance with our environment. And so I think having it organized by season, people find it just is that much easier, because they're not wondering, am I supposed to eat this now or eat this? It's just, I go to the season and that's what I eat. And there are certainly recipes that I make year round, certain desserts and cookies and muffins. Like there's a recipe for blueberry muffins, and I call them out of season muffins because I make them every winter with the blueberries that we froze, that we picked in the summer. And it's like in January, everyone in my family is so excited to have those blueberry muffins with the blueberries that they picked. So I think it's really helpful, but I think even more than that, Lisa, is the index is like 18 pages. And I've listed every recipe by every ingredient. So like you can read it from the back to the front. So like if you want desserts, there's a whole listing. Here's every dessert in the book. If you went to the farmer's market and came home with kale and you don't know what to do with it, here are the 30 recipes with kale, and you can look it up that way. And I think personally, that almost even overrides the seasons.
Well, it's beautiful. I guess it's the user gets to use it the way they want to, and you've set that up. That's that practical part of you that I love. So